Hey everybody, welcome to Mike Talk Friday. So glad you guys have joined me. Lord willing, by the time that you are watching this, we'll be in Indianapolis, heading over there to get away for a day or so just to hang out and relax in one of my favorite cities in the whole world. Definitely going to have a cinnamon roll. Hope you will today. Hope you enjoy yourself today. Even if you're working, God is present. God's got a plan, no matter what's going on in your world. By the way, drinking Starbucks, Sarah and I, you might notice that I'm making a lot of coffee at home these days. One of the things we've done is we've tried to drink less Starbucks for these 2 months so that we can give more. That sounds maybe weird to you, but we have opportunities to give all the time, and we're like, how can we just easily make a sacrifice and give some more? So that's what we're doing right now. We're only having Starbucks when we travel. Do I miss my Starbucks? Dearly, yes, thank you. Anyway, I want to show you something else. This is really cool. These are the shirts that we are giving to our volunteers, our welcome team volunteers, our ushers, our greeters, the people that are at the welcome tables, and all the donuts and coffee people. They get one of these cool shirts, and that's almost worth the price of serving right there. Awesome. So proud of Kat Smith and all the volunteers that are at Song and Sword Church. Song and Sword Church happens every Sunday at 9 and 10:30, and we'd love to see you there. So join us if you can. And we get in the Word of God. It's what we do every day. It's what we do here. It's what we do there every day, every Sunday. All right, here we go. Luke chapter 2, we're continuing this theme of redemption. This idea that there is someone who's going to come and save you, someone who's going to make things better, get you out of the situation that you're in, okay? And we come to this really obscure lady. We usually talk about her around Christmas time because it's close to the birth of Jesus, but Luke chapter 2, verse 36, listen to this word. There was a prophetess, Anna, the daughter of Phanuel, of the tribe of Aser. And she was advanced in years, having lived with her husband 7 years from when she was a virgin, and then as a widow until she was 84. She did not depart from the temple, worshiping and fasting, with fasting and prayer night and day. And coming up at that very hour, she began to give thanks to God and to speak of him to all who were waiting for the redemption of Jerusalem. The redemption of Jerusalem. That gives you insight a little bit into the thinking of the first century Jewish person as to what redemption was going to look like. I'm going to get to that in just a moment. But first I want to look at this lady named Anna. She's a prophetess. She has the gift of God speaking to her, and she speaks on God's behalf. And she lived at church. If you do a little calculation, you can figure this out. She was 84 years old. She had been married, but only for 7 years. And since the death of her husband, she had just become a prophetess in the temple. Interesting lady. I can't wait to get to heaven someday and meet Anna. She's just an intriguing character. So if she was married like most Jewish girls were at age 14 or 15, like Mary, the mother of Jesus, was probably, then she was married until she was like 21, and now she's 84. She's been living in the temple for 63 years. And that's an amazing long time to be living in the temple. And what did she do? Well, she was there praying and fasting and worshiping night and day. How did she make a living? Well, that's really easy to say. She's a widow, and in the Jewish times, a widow was basically someone who could go around and ask people for alms. So she was at the temple courts. She was likely on those very public steps where everybody came in and out of the temple on the southern side of the temple, and she would walk around, ask for alms. She was constantly worshiping. She could go into the court of the women of Israel, and she was praying and fasting. She probably fasted sometimes because she didn't have enough food to eat. But the point is that this very, very spiritual, connected to God woman, she recognized redemption when it came. She began to tell everybody that was around there. So imagine Mary and Joseph are just coming for Jesus. They actually are coming to give their purification sacrifices. Mary had to be purified because she had a baby, and Joseph had to be purified because he had touched a baby with blood and all that kind of stuff. And so they had to follow through the Levitical laws. You can look in Leviticus chapter 12, 1 through 8 if you want to check those out. But they're there to be good Jewish people. And this old lady comes up and little baby Jesus, and maybe she wants to hold him, but she just begins going, this is the guy. This is the redemption. This is the redemption. She had been praying about it, prophesying about it. She had been fasting and worshiping God. And when she saw redemption, she recognized it. Here's what I want to encourage you with today. Do some worshiping today. Do some praying and fasting and seeking the Lord. Because here's what I think on this Friday. When you seek the Lord, which is obviously what she's doing, she's seeking redemption. By the way, what I say is that in the first century, they think redemption of Jerusalem means that there's a king that's going to come and he's going to take over Jerusalem and he's going to defeat the Roman armies. Of course, Jesus was going to take over Jerusalem by his death, burial, and resurrection. And this lady, this old lady named Anna, she saw it. She recognized redemption because she was so close to God. May we be so close to God on this Friday that we see redemption all around us, because Jesus is still in the redemption game. God bless you guys. I hope you have a happy Friday.